Monday, January 17th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and as we're starting off the day today, one of our Carolina wedging scenarios, cold air damming scenarios, is underway here. Here's the surface map this morning, and you have a 1030 millibar area of high pressure there near the New York and Canadian border region, and that is in a very favorable position and of favorable strength to wedge down the eastern side of the mountains, and that's exactly what is transpiring today. Now, the temperatures very cold in the New England states. I mean, there's some colder than 10 degrees below zero temperatures up in parts of New England into Canada, and that colder air is draining down the eastern side of the mountains. So after really a delightful weekend, many spots in the Piedmont hitting 50 or warmer yesterday, much cooler today, and it'll be a struggle to get those Piedmont temperatures in the low to at most mid-40s. Now, in terms of the radar imagery, a lot of rain down in the Florida Panhandle, extreme southeastern Alabama, and into southern Georgia. That is with an area of low pressure that is taking shape back in that region. Let's go back to our sea level pressure map, and the low pressure kind of taking shape right in that area there, and this will lift up somewhere close to this general area. So here's the upper air chart today. This is off the 0Z GFS. A little bit of upper level energy enhancing this, and that's what's going to spread the precipitation our way. Now here's what the GFS has at 7 o'clock this evening, and that is a very well defined cold air damming signature. That high pressure draining down here on the eastern side of the mountains. So, and by the way, the blue line there, that is the freezing line up at 850 millibars, about 5,000 feet. Let's go 6 hours later here. This would be 1 a.m. And 6 hours later from there, the low pressure sitting over the Outer Banks. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, as the precipitation pulls on out. So let's go back to the first panel here. What this will probably be is some light rain developing into the region this afternoon, into the Piedmont. And then the steadiest rain will be this evening. And we're going to have to watch the temperature and the radar trends carefully as we head into this evening. I do think for the foothills, especially the northern foothills, this could be a scenario where there's a period of freezing rain. Temperatures maybe 30, 31, or 32 degrees with the rain falling. Now, once you get to around I-85, I think the temperature is likely staying just above freezing from Charlotte to the Triad. But it'll be close. But I do think, though, the I-85 corridor probably stays just rain, but we'll watch it. The foothills, though, could be a period of freezing rain. Now, probably we're talking about icing on the elevated surfaces. But, again, we're going to keep an eye on this. This is a close call one way or the other, and we'll keep an eye to see if we have maybe advisory criteria icing issues in some foothill regions this evening. Now, up in the mountains, interesting to note, it'll kind of depend on precipitation rates, but there could be a period of some decent snow in the northwestern North Carolina mountains. But it kind of depends on how heavy the precipitation is. All right, let's go on out to tomorrow. This is Tuesday evening. Next little system swings in. That could bring a little light rain Tuesday evening. Wednesday looks like an award winner. Pretty nice day. A little breezy, but we could top out around 50 or so for highs on Wednesday before the next push of colder air arrives. Now, there's been a lot of changing over the last, 4 or 5 model cycles here with how the end of the week unfolds. First of all, this is a big-time shot of Arctic air. That's a pure blast of Arctic air that's plunging southward. Okay, so here we are on Thursday. Let's go out 24 hours, or actually, I guess 18 hours later. This is Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'll show you what's going on in the upper levels here in just a second. Now, this is the 6Z GFS. Then we go out 24 hours later. That's Saturday. And there is Sunday. It'll be very cold around here this weekend. Now, let's go back. This will be the European model. And this is the upper air chart from the 0Z run yesterday. And this is going to be valid. Both of these charts are going to show you valid for 7 a.m. Friday. Now, again, this was the European yesterday, which did produce a pretty decent winter weather event for parts of the upper southeast in the Tennessee Valley. Here are the two players. Southern branch of energy that digs into northern Mexico, and you have a northern branch trough that's going to be diving southeastward. You had nice separation of these features here, and the result was some wintry precip in the southeast and into the interior Carolinas. All right, let's go to the latest run when I'm cutting this video. This is today's 0Z run of the European. Same exact time frame now, 7 a.m. Sunday. And what you're looking at is strong northern branch feature digging farther south rather, and largely in response to that, the southern branch feature is much quicker, and it ends up really kind of just being a big trough swinging through, basically a cold front. Because this southern branch feature is much quicker on today's modeling, and it's pretty much that way on all the modeling, you end up with no winter weather east of the mountains in the Carolinas. Now again, you compare that to the 24 hours ago run. Notice how separated these features are, how much slower the southern branch feature is. That's going to be the key if you want wintry precip around here late this week in the interior Carolinas. The key is going to be getting that southern branch feature to remain separate from the northern trough diving in and getting it to slow down enough. So, this is going to be a deal where the timing of these things is going to be tricky for the modeling, but all the trending has been over the last several cycles here for this to be less of a winter weather threat for the interior Carolinas, but this could swing back the other way. We're still 4 or 5 days out. So that's kind of what I'm watching here as we get toward the end of this week. All right, that is it for today. Everyone have a wonderful day here on this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, and God bless.